Alrighty, so it's Easter. Let's talk about yesterday. Mm, so I don't know if it's Sunday and this reporting isn't as good, but the United States only had 27,000 cases, 1,500 deaths. I bet it's going to go up tomorrow. If we look at from deaths, UK, Spain, France, Italy, Belgium 254. So overall, it was less, but I researched a lot of other things tonight. Of the 25 biggest countries in the world by population, let's see here. I want to know which ones don't have stay-at-home orders. And the answer was really Tanzania. They have not announced any state-of-the-art order. I guess China has taken it off somewhat. And then you have some countries that are somewhat slacking, such as Japan, Egypt, but they do have stay-at-home orders. Just like I think Japan, they said that 2 weeks off for the businesses. But I mean, everyone else. I mean, we're talking about United States, Russia, China, India, United States, Indonesia, Brazil, Bangladesh, Russia, Mexico. So I'm in a debate with my father here about the stock market, and I recognize that people have lost their jobs and the stock market went up. But as much as Trump wants to, I don't think he can just pay off all the companies to make them solvent, because much bigger than these money that they give them is purchasing power. And they kind of look bad if they're going to give money to every single company on Wall Street. Like Apple, they're not going to go bankrupt, but they're not going to make as much money as before, and their stock will be worth less. And it's going around the whole industry so much, you really can't look at individual companies because everything's going to drop. Some things will come up quicker: cigarettes, alcohol, Walmart, Amazon. Amazon because they have breadth and they have deals. Walmart because they're for poor people and everyone's going to be poor. But when people are going to Walmart, they're not going somewhere else. And eventually they say, okay, I'll go to Walmart and I'll buy Top Ramen. No more steak for my family, because we're getting foreclosed and we got to save money. So I think it's going to be a big deal. And it's interesting that all these countries know that they are hammering their economy by keeping everyone at home, but they're still doing it. Even the countries that don't care about people, like India. And even in those countries, especially those countries, they're not going to be able to control everybody. A lot of people will leave and work, just not the real businesses. So then what happens? Then it just prolongs it. It just gets worse and worse. And I mean, look at the United States. What was it? 92% of people have stay-at-home orders, but yet we had yesterday? 27,000 cases. Yesterday, new cases. If you look into New York, where everyone's freaking out, I have friends that have died. But still, yesterday in New York, 758 new deaths and 9,000 new cases. I'm sorry, 8,000 new cases. So there my friend's texting me from Russia. She's indoors too. So when you have 8,000 cases, and I don't know how many of those are in New York City, probably half, I don't know. City latest cases, corona. Might take too long for me to find this here. Yeah, but don't have the numbers for you right now, but even if it's slowing down the growth, it's still very high, and everyone's indoors. So that's a craziness. Imagine the city freaking out, and people try and stay in as much as possible, though they don't fully stay in. The subway population is at 90%, so that means another 10% are still going because people need to put food on the table, or maybe they are essential workers, or maybe they're government workers. But they're taking the subway, and that's not the best place to spread infection. So, and people, the hospitals have to work, the stores have to work. So what are you gonna do? It's a big problem. And yeah, but in terms of the economy and whatnot, if you look back in the crash of 1929, housing prices dropped 30% from before. And even though 1929 was a big crash, just like 2007, there's a big crash, and then there's some more little crashes, and the whole period lasts a few years. So if I look like that, there will be a big drop, and then some more drops, and I think there's going to be prolonged droppiness until it plateaus, and then you wait for a while, and then it'll start to come up. But it's not going to be shoot down and shoot up. It's doing that now, but that's just the game that the traders are playing, dancing around Trump's orders. It's a very temporary thing. It's always like that. So if you're day trading, you're making that gamble, great. But if you're keeping your money in overnight, that's just dumb. Right now, at least.